Hello and welcome to ET Insight, where we get you a 360-degree view of the big picture in business and economy. I'm Sridhar Ramakrishnan. On the show today, never mind the hike in visa fees, the Indian IT industry is on a roll. Just the same, it is tweaking its business model to play by the new rules. Tier 1 companies are getting bigger and better, but what about the smaller players? How does their future look? And why it's time the Indian IT industry took brand building seriously. A top story first. Never mind the slowdown in the US and Europe, Indian IT companies are on a roll. They're aggressively chasing deals in the domestic market and tapping new geographies across the world. And as the industry rolls into its third quarter, the direction is clearly global. Not just in terms of deal sourcing, but as a platform on which they're looking to compete with the likes of IBM, Accenture and Capgemini.
He came, he saw, and he conquered.
When they ask me, well, why are you spending time with India? Aren't they taking our jobs? I want to be able to say, actually, you know what? They just created 50,000 jobs.
And while US President Barack Obama sang this friendly tune, India's IT sector was heaving a sigh of relief.
Protectionism is not the way to go. In fact, the Prime Minister said we are helping companies in the US improve their productivity and efficiency. So I think the objective of this visit is to get better understanding, which I think President Obama and his group has achieved today.
That, coupled with a buoyant earnings season, has given Indian IT companies that extra zest to stretch their boundaries further.
Continuously, we are moving up the value chain. Continuously, we are broadening our footprint of offerings so that we can truly support our clients end to end. We can be a strategic partner for them. So definitely our goal is to make sure that we come closer to our client, we become strategic to them, and we are able to support them across the entire life cycle.
In hindsight, it seems like the recession was but a hiccup in the stampede of Indian IT giants, Infosys, Wipro, TCS and HCL. The recent results of these firms are testimony to the fact that they have ridden roughshod over the biggest financial crisis in the past 70 years. Earnings from then to now show the resilience displayed by the sector. In fact, India's largest IT firm, TCS, has now become the 9th largest IT services firm in the world in terms of sales, 3rd largest in terms of market capitalization, and has added 30 new clients in the quarter ended September. TCS is not alone. Infosys has added 27 new clients in the same period. Wipro added 29 clients, and HCL Technologies backed 48 new clients, including 5 Fortune 500 companies.
I think this is the first time we are seeing investment right across the world happening, and that is the reason the deal flows are very large. So the answer is yes. We announced 14 deals this quarter. Yes. I think October, November, December from booking point of view will be much larger than July, August, September. I can smell the October, November, December of 08 in October, November, December of 010.
I'm so optimistic and confident because, as I said, the micro environment remains pretty strong. And they know that despite all the worries about the overall economic environment, their business is stable, they are lean, and they want to be successful.
And to deal with this huge business, every company needs manpower. Hiring is back to levels witnessed during the pre-recession euphoria of 2007. In the July to September 2010 quarter alone, the top 3 IT companies, TCS, Infosys and Wipro, added 21,338 employees. This figure is even higher than the 18,011 employees that these firms hired between October and December 2007. And it's only going to get higher. TCS plans to increase hiring from 30,000 to 50,000 this fiscal. And Infosys wants to ramp up employee addition to 40,000 from the earlier projection of 36,000. Industry body NASSCOM estimates that the Indian IT sector has added 90,000 people in fiscal year 2010, taking the total workforce to 2.3 million IT professionals.
Primarily it's driven by what's the kind of manpower that you need in order to fulfill the demand that you have captured. And it's a question of that. Now once you know what is the kind of manpower that you need, what's the kind of effort that is required, then you have to plan that and get the number of people that is needed, either through talent acquisition or by the trainees that you had got earlier, make them productive enough so that they can be put onto the jobs. Now, if you have attrition, then that's the amount that you're losing, and you have to backfill that. Right. So the hiring that we are doing, it's primarily demand-driven, but at the same time, to backfill also.
They call it strategic hiring or CXO hiring, meaning that the hiring is taking place predominantly in the upper echelons of these companies. These companies feel that hiring the brains will help them cut costs and come up with new strategies to grow, despite the continuing slowdown in the American and European markets.
What it indicates is the amount of empowerment that the senior talents now have in India to make an impact to the company. Okay, and this is very well reflected in the amount and the type of hiring the industry is doing at this point of time. So it's a very, very impactful jobs which are getting created, which are really focused around key talent, senior talent, domain experts and things like that.
Strategic hiring apart, a different approach to new clients too has helped Indian IT giants like Infosys gain a larger advantage over its peers. Volumes aside, the new tactic is to go for the big fish, the quality customers who bring with them the prestige and the money of large global brands.
The volume gain will only get you more and more commoditized. You could have an advantage in the short term by getting better margins because of increased efficiency, but that's not going to get you further in the next 2 or 3 years. So if you look forward to India, you see companies like Infosys beginning to go up, beginning to dominate in the middle to the top. You'll see many multiple players getting commoditized, and they're going to compete with China.
As for the other companies, new geographies have caught their fancy. The US and Europe are still struggling to get back on track, while unexplored markets like Latin America are ready to do business. Indian IT firms have also successfully switched to new business models like SaaS or software as a service, which has helped these firms rake in the profits while offering clients a 4 to 6% cut in fees. Throw in this newfound versatility and the top 3 Indian IT firms could soon be amongst the top 10 in the world.
Worries about volatile currency and the persistent weakness in US and European economy remain, but the overpowering mood is one of confidence, and as these bigwigs take giant leaps in the global arena, the smaller ones are rushing in to take their place.
But that is if and only if the smaller firms are able to find the right space left behind by their bigger rivals. If not, there could be an unprecedented shakeout. That and more is coming up after the short break. Stay with us.